One Punch Man Season 3 is finally on the horizon, and we just got a brand new trailer, one that actually gives us something to work with. It's not packed with crazy fight scenes or huge reveals, but what it does show says a lot about where this season is headed. Visually, tonally, and structurally, it feels like One Punch Man is trying to win fans back. So today, let's break down the trailer, what's in it, what's missing, and what we can expect when Episode 1 drops on October 12th. Unlike past teasers or vague promotional visuals, this trailer is more polished. It's not just a montage of stills or recycled clips, it gives us a real sense of tone and direction. Even though it holds back on the action, the style is strong. The color palette, character detail, and compositing all feel more intentional. It actually feels like One Punch Man again, closer in spirit to Season 1, which is what fans have been asking for since the drop in quality during Season 2. Let's talk about the biggest win in this trailer, the visual presentation. From the first few frames, you can see the difference. Cleaner line work, confident color grading, and most importantly, that finished, polished look that was missing in Season 2. In fact, this trailer shows off a lot of thick line animation, which helps the characters stand out on screen, especially in darker scenes or stylized backgrounds. They're using fewer shading layers, which might sound like a shortcut, but it actually works. It simplifies the frame and keeps things readable during motion. It's a smart decision for both art and animation. Now let's talk about the real star of this season, Garou. The trailer makes it clear, this is his story now. We see him recovering from previous battles, slowly getting back up, and continuing his descent into monsterhood. But what's interesting is how the show frames him, not just as a villain, but as a fully developed character with his own goals, pain, and internal conflict. If you weren't a fan of Garou before, this season might change that. The trailer suggests we'll be following him closely, not just for big fights, but for real growth. His scenes are framed with care, bold visuals, layered shading, and dramatic camera work. All signs that he'll be treated as more than just an enemy of the week. The trailer also pulls back the curtain on the monster association, and it looks intense. Underground, grungy, drenched in green tones. There's no sunlight, no open sky. It feels claustrophobic, which is perfect for this arc. At the center of their base is a giant coliseum, where monsters gather, plot, and, presumably, fight. One of the early plot points is likely to be a major Garou battle that takes place in this setting. They don't show it in the trailer, which is probably intentional, but the setup is there. Also, expect to see familiar faces like Orochi, the so-called Monster King, who may or may not still be the true final boss. More on that later in the season. The monster. We also get quick glimpses at the monster executives or cadres. Homeless Emperor generating energy for Blackus. For her ugly, brutal, and nearly unkillable. Evil Natural Water, now being called Mineral Water in the subs. Rover, a massive dog beast who's actually pretty popular with fans. Nyan, the sharp, fast cat-like monster. All of them are introduced in quick cuts, not full fights, just presence. This makes it clear that Season 3 is setting the stage. Most of the big battles with these monsters will probably come in Season 4. For now, we'll get build-up, atmosphere, tension, and early clashes that raise the stakes. One Punch Man has always balanced intense battles with downtime and humor, and the trailer shows that's still a priority. Saitama and King playing games. Bang getting acupuncture. Fubuki hanging out with the crew. There's even a dinner scene that looks like a classic hot pot gathering. These smaller moments aren't filler, they're part of what makes the show work. They remind us that the world isn't just explosions and monsters. It's also about these odd, flawed, funny characters trying to make sense of their lives in between the chaos. If there's one thing missing from the trailer, it's high-level action animation. We get a few character movement shots, Fubuki turning, Saitama reacting, but no full-on combat sequences. And that's raised some concerns. But here's the good news. A veteran animator recently posted on X, formerly Twitter, that they're working on One Punch Man. They even said they were drawing One Punch Man while watching One Punch Man, which lines up with this season. If that's true, then the real animation highlights are likely being kept under wraps until the episodes air. That's a good sign. They're saving their best for the actual show. There are a couple of specific choices that give this trailer its unique vibe. Thick line art that gives each character definition and weight. Stylized lighting, especially green and red hues in underground scenes. Simple shading, just 2 or 3 gradients per frame, making the art easier to animate while still looking sharp. Minimalist backgrounds in quiet scenes, keeping focus on the characters. All of this suggests the production team is aiming for consistency. They may not go as hard as Season 1 did with Sakuga, but they're trying to avoid the rough, uneven quality of Season 2. Here's what to expect from the early part of the season. Garou recovering, training, and being pulled deeper into the monster world. the Hero Association planning their assault on the underground base. Saitama mostly observing from the sidelines, while other heroes take the spotlight. Monster executive introductions and minor skirmishes. The full-on war? That's likely for Season 4. But this arc will still deliver suspense, new dynamics, and character growth. This trailer is more than just marketing, it's a signal. It shows the studio is aware of what went wrong with Season 2, rushed production, inconsistent animation, flat direction. And while we still haven't seen the big fight scenes, the visuals, staging, and tone suggest they're taking this season more seriously. If they stick to the manga, focus on Garou's arc, and deliver a few standout sequences, this could easily restore a lot of faith in the anime. So here's the bottom line. The trailer looks clean, confident, and focused. Garou is clearly the main attraction this season. The Monster Association arc is finally in full swing. The action is being saved for later, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And most importantly, the show seems to remember what fans loved in the first place. Are you excited for Season 3? Does the trailer meet your expectations, or are you still holding out for those big action reveals? Let me know what you're most hyped to see when Episode 1 drops on October 12th. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back with more breakdowns as soon as the season begins.